Well, what I did, I went to the website and I looked at, for the past year, for the meetings and for the minutes, the part for the general comments. And as you can see, I did for October, December, February, and April. And for all those months, all that's shown is the people that spoke, not even the subject matter they spoke on. That was what I was most concerned about last time. But I want to make it more specific because when I looked at the draft minutes for June, there were two of us that spoke, and you did list the subject matter, but you gave no idea what they were saying about the subject matter. I can speak for myself is that I made comments on the minutes, but from that statement, what can you say? What did I say? And what I would like to see is that you do more detail. Now, I've been to Hampton City Council several times, once this past year, and actually I was there in August. But I've been to Newport News even more lately. And if you look on the other side of the same paper, as you can see, in August I talked about Fort Monroe. I talked about the streetcar 390 that had been moved there to be worked on, to be reserved. And I also talked about the fact that I had ridden a bike to Fort Monroe as long ago as 35 years. And many times in between. And in other words, they devoted quite a deal of space to what I actually said in my comments. And this is important because you may forget what I said 6 months ago. I said something back in February or whenever it was, in April. But if it's in the minutes, you can always go back and check it. And the other thing, what the cities do, they put these on the website. So I could go back to, I even searched in the Hampton, on the Hampton website, and I could find 5 different times I had spoken to Hampton City Council, going back to 2011, 12, it was 5 times, let's say. And I could even download a video of what I said during those times. And what I would like to see is that you record, you give at least the gist of what people are saying in their comments. Because if people take the time to come here and listen to whatever is said here, and then they get up and they want to say something, usually it's because they have an opinion about what's being said. And if all you say is that they made comments on a particular subject, you're not really doing what is important. You're not showing, for the record, what people think, and that's important. I believe in government by the people, and people should be involved as much as possible. And the reason for the public comment period is to get the opinions of the public. So I would suggest you read this over, because I'm not going to do that. And I hope the next time I look at the draft minutes for this meeting, there'll be something in there besides this, because I will go back and look in previous years probably at some point too. So is there any response, please?
Thank you, Mr. Whitcomb. Yes, I'll provide the response to the authority and other members shortly to it if they choose. First of all, we are doing the business of the authority. Are you taking video of me? Is that
yes.
What you're doing? All right, so let me address this fully.
Yeah.
We won't be providing our own video of you or us or anyone else. authority is fulfilling its responsibility. Now, I have some personal experience with the description of people's comments, having served 10 years on the Alexandria City Council.
Yes.
I'm happy for Newport News City Council to do it whatever way they choose. But my experience was that the more in-depth you went into citizens' public comments, the more citizens we got making public comments, the more scrutinized those comments were by them.
Mm-hmm.
And we, if it had gone on, we would have had relative tomes to go through, which is a part of the democratic process, but it was just too inefficient. It was too time-consuming, and our staff, frankly, for the city of Alexandria, had too many other things to do than to be transcribing the comments of all of the public citizens. What we did do was to rely upon the staff to summarize the comments, and when there were a number of people making similar comments, we summarized it for all of them, just listing their names. What we will do here is to request that Jessica, who does a very good job taking minutes, elaborate to a somewhat greater extent, perhaps a sentence or maybe even two. They're particularly thoughtful, profound comments for the people who provide public commentary. We will do that. We are not going to be as extensive as Newport News City Council. They're happy, they're welcome to do it however they are. And frankly, any new chair or other membership of the authority is welcome to do it as they do. But I feel fairly strongly that this is as much as we're going to do. We will summarize public comments. Jessica has heard what you said. We take your comments seriously, and you may be sure that you will be included when you make public comment in the minutes. But I wouldn't be surprised if it won't be completely to your satisfaction. Thank you, Mr. Whitcomb.
Well, thank you, Chairman, Mr. Chairman. And well,
and we very much appreciate your interest in Fort Monroe, and we know it's sincere and it's thoughtful, and you have provided thoughtful comments previously. And I even kept a poem that you provided.
I did go back to 2007 and looked at the comments at that time, and they gave like nearly half a page to Mr. H.O. Malone at the time. So there has been a difference.
I'm not familiar with that. 2007. We appreciate your input, and Jessica, if you would elaborate a bit more on the thoughts that are shared with us by our public commenters. And thank you very much, and Mr. Whitcomb. And now we'll hear from Mark Perot.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.